Hey guys, welcome back to Dexter Ranch. Today we're going to be talking about fly control and how important it is to keep up with fly control with your cattle this time of year. Flies can bring all kinds of bad things as far as diseases and pink eye and all kinds of things. They're just bad overall. But to me, as important as that is to take care of it for those reasons, it's just as important for your cows to be happy during the day. In my opinion, this is the one thing as cattle breeders or cattle owners that we can do and stay on top of and pledge to do as good a job as we can in order to kind of pay that cow back for bettering our lives by either bringing money into our pocket or food into our stomachs. So I feel like it's super important to make that point that if you own cattle, you should be staying on top of this just as much as you can. If you watch your cattle, if you own them or when you get them, if you're getting ready to own them, if you stand out in the pasture and you watch your cattle, you'll see them constantly going like this with their legs all day long during this time of year. And the reason they're doing that is because they're being bitten by biting flies. And I don't know about you, but I can't even imagine going through 24 hours of non-stop getting bitten by something and kind of just having to deal with it. It would be super frustrating, and it, like I said, lowers their quality of life tremendously. So I'm going to say it once again, I really feel like this is the one thing as cattle breeders or cattle owners that we can do, that we can pledge to do our very best at, just to pay those cows back. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I go about treating the cows for flies. I do this at least a couple of times a week this time of year. And I'm going to show you the product that I use. I'm going to show you the sprayer that I use. And I'm going to show you how I kind of coerce them into getting into the catch pen in order for me to be able to do it efficiently. There are times where I'll just follow the cows through the field, but it takes a lot more energy. I'm chasing them into a corner, and because they don't particularly like being sprayed down with this stuff. Obviously, they're not smart enough to know that I'm trying to help them, so they just feel like I'm maybe being a bully or something like that. I don't know, but they don't like me spraying this stuff on them all that much. So when I do it out in the pasture, I have to kind of chase them down. Today I'm gonna coerce them into getting into the catch pen, as many or all of them if I can, if they're all up here. Some of them stay out eating in the pasture longer than others. I see, I don't know, at least a half a dozen of them up here right now, and I'm sure as soon as they hear that there's something going on up here, more of them will come. But here at Dexter Ranch, we're 100% grass fed, and typically if you're going to coerce a cow into going somewhere like a catch pen, then you're talking about getting some cattle cubes out or something like that. I can't really use that option because, I mean, if you're going to do 100% grass fed and you're going to label your meat that way, then you should actually do that. So in my situation, I use alfalfa cubes, and they have grown to appreciate those as much as they used to appreciate the cattle cubes whenever I first got them and they were used to eating grain. But so that's how I'm going to get them in there. I'll take you in the shop, show you the stuff I use, and get set up, and we'll get out there and get them sprayed. So this is the product that I use, and the important part here is not the brand name. It's going to be this right here, the bifenthrin. This is the same product that you can buy to spray on your clothes, to treat your clothes, to keep ticks and stuff off of you. It comes quite a bit less percentage when you buy it like that, but This stuff you can buy at the farm store. I've used a couple different brands. I think I got another one over here that's empty now. So this is a different brand, but if you look, it's got the same thing. It's got 10% bifenthrin. So that's what you're going to be looking for if you want to go buy fly spray. This one I got, it smells a little bit like they put some diesel fuel or something in there compared to this one. This one didn't have much of a smell to it, but this one does have a little bit of a smell, almost like I said, like diesel fuel. But I do like the fact that this one has a little measuring thing so that I don't have to get like a measuring cup. But the way that I do this is just squeeze it up, and I put 1.5 of those per gallon into my sprayer. So this is a 2-gallon sprayer, so I'll just do 3 of them. Oop, overflowed it. Oh well. Yeah, so it's 2 gallons, so I'll do 3 of those for that, and then obviously fill the rest of the sprayer up with water. And excuse the mess, guys. I've been having a go at it with that skid steer project, but these are the alfalfa cubes that I use. You can buy these at, I'm sure, any farm store. I get them at Orscheln's, but they're just compressed alfalfa. And the cows really like them. I mean, these are pretty big. I don't have small hands. I don't have giant hands, but I guess normal sized hands. And that's the size of them. So it's kind of a mouthful for them when they get it in their mouth, and they really like it. So those are the alfalfa cubes. I'm going to go fill the sprayer up with water, and I use this electric pump sprayer. It's called Pump Zero, but obviously I just do that to make it easier so that I'm not having to pump this thing all the time while I'm out there. But obviously I've got those also, so you can use those as well. And guys, this is what I use to kind of treat the barn and just the areas where the cows hang out in the barnyard. This is going to be the active ingredient right here that you're going to look for this. And it's the same type of deal. I believe it's just a little bit more powerful. I also use this up in the loft of the barn to keep wasps away. See, it says wasps, and it actually works really well. I made a video about this, but just a FYI, get you something with this bifenthrin in it and spray your barn. Just spray the walls, spray the floor, spray the ceilings. Same thing, just put it in the sprayer like that, and spray the inside of the buildings wherever your cows hang out, and it will reduce the fly population considerably as well. So it's kind of double attacking it there. This one is to spray on the body, and then this one is to spray on structures. I spray it on my house as well, so that the wasps don't build their nests there. So I'll fill that up with water, and then we'll head out there and see if we can trick them into the catch pen.
One of the cows hit my mic pack as I was coming through the gate, so I had to voice over this part of the video. So if I sound a little bit different in this part, that's why. But I'm just leading them with the bucket into the catch pen, and then once they all come in there with me, then I just dump the alfalfa cubes out there for them to eat, and then just walk past them and shut the gate behind me so that they're stuck in there. One of the calves, she wouldn't go in there. The calves are generally a little bit more difficult to trick than the adults, but just turn on my sprayer there, it primes up, and then I use the stream setting because it puts out the most material. The fan and the cone and stuff like that on these sprayers doesn't seem to put out that much material, so just use the stream. And I generally just focus on trying to spray it right in the center of their back so that it'll flow down both sides. But I do focus some directly on their legs when I can. I don't know if it's the legs have thinner hair or if the skin is just more sensitive down there, but that's where they really seem to feel those fly bites, is on their legs. So I try to get as much material directly on the legs as I can. And then, like I said, just right down the center of their backs. But as you can see here, some of the cows have stopped eating the alfalfa, kind of put their head towards the barn because they just really don't enjoy what we're doing. They're kind of like looking at the gate there saying, all right, I'm good. I don't even want to eat anymore. They just really don't enjoy it. And that's the reason why, in order to really do a good job and get them soaked with this stuff as much as you can, it really helps to be able to have somewhere to bring them to where they can't just walk off from you. Here I am, I'm getting some on the legs, some more there. And like I said, just soaking them down. That's even what it says on the instructions on the back of the bottle, is just soak them down. There's no specific amount for each cow or anything like that. It's just get them as wet with the stuff as you can. And you'll see here in a little bit, some of the other cows have started to kind of gather around that were out in the pasture eating. They must have heard the commotion or something, but they start to come over and so they can see what's going on, and I'll spray towards them, and they kind of let me do it a little bit, and then they're just like, okay, and they'll walk away. And you just don't really have a chance to get enough on them. And that's why it's really helpful to have somewhere that you can take them to where they can't just leave. But after you get as much material as you would like to get on them, which is, like I said, pretty much they should be wet all over the place. Then I just let them go. They check their bucket there to see if there's anything left in it. They're not super impressed with me, but once they get out in the pasture and the flies aren't all over them, then they'll be a lot happier from what we've done here.
All right, guys, hopefully that was helpful. Like I said in the first of the video, take this very seriously and stay on top of it, especially this time of year. If it was helpful, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to Dexter Ranch YouTube channel, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.